A Cumbrian Lad Outdoors, and welcome to today's video. Now today we are out at Haweswater. As you can see, we can just see the walls of Mardale appearing as the reservoir is, I wouldn't say it was extremely low, but it's starting to get low. And we're on our way. We're going to go up High Street and potentially either camp at the top there or camp at Blea Water or Small Water, which is halfway back down. So yeah, it's an overcast day today. The weather isn't great. We've already had a few little showers on the way here. So yeah, we're just about to start the climb up High Street. So yeah, we are parked just over there. You can see the river coming down from Blea Water and Small Water is very low. It is trickling down, but very low nonetheless. And as you saw before, you'll see it a bit clearer now on the front facing camera. The walls of the old village of Mardale are starting to appear. I have seen it a lot lower than this. Yeah, you can see on the banks, you can see how far she's come down from being full, like, so she's a good way down. But yeah, so we're just going to be heading up that way up there and then following that peak all the way up to the top of High Street, and then we'll make our decision on where we're going to camp for the night. Right, so we're just at the top of that first little bit of a climb that I showed you before. So we're just at the top beside those little bit of a forest, those trees. You can see the other side of Haweswater. So what I'll do is I'll spin you around, because the route that we're going to be taking is a lot clearer now, so I'll show you where we're heading. So yeah, joining me on this one today, we do have the Blee brothers come along with us, Daz and Andy. First time out on the fells. They've been to me permission a couple of times now. But yeah, so following this wee path up there, and it literally follows that edge right up there, right to the top of High Street. Right guys, so we are starting to gain a little bit of altitude now. Safe to say we're all leaking profusely. Absolutely dripping. It's very close and muggy today, but as you can see by the clouds, I think we are going to get some rain at some point. So yeah, that's looking directly across at the fell, and we can see both sides of this bottom end of the reservoir now. I'll spin you around nice and slow. A lovely old school Cumbrian wall, fell wall, and yeah, we're starting to pick up a little bit more of a view over Haweswater Reservoir now. So yeah, right, onwards and upwards. So yeah, we have gained a little bit more in elevation now. I think we are getting closer to top of High Street, where we can start walking along the top. You see that little nipple in the middle just there? I think that's just over the brow of that's Small Water, and as you can see, we are just starting to get a bit of mist, and there's a tiny bit of rain coming in. I'll just spin you around nice and slowly, because I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but looking down at the reservoir there, you can actually see a little more of the walls of Mardale shown going into the water. Now we're looking down upon it. Well, we did have a bit of a severe rain shower there, so we had to stop and get our waterproofs on, but it's just and so spitting now, and as you can see, we are gaining elevation all the time now. You can see a lot more Haweswater. Just and so, still see the car park where we parked up. Spin you around, more or less walked straight up that ridge. You just see the trees that we come past before, and we can see a lot more of Haweswater now, although the cloud and the rain is spoiling the view somewhat. As I always say, doesn't matter what time of year it is in Cumbria, it's always absolutely stunning. Right guys, I brought you back a little bit prematurely. I don't know whether you can see in the background there, but we've got Small Water and Blea Water just there. Now, as many of you may know, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm having a bit of bother with my Achilles at the moment. I've got a partial tear of my left Achilles. I'm going to see a specialist about it very shortly. So at the minute, I'm trying to take it as easy as possible. We aren't too far short of the top of High Street, but my Achilles is starting to ache a little bit, and Daz from the Blee brothers, his gas tank is absolutely running on empty. So rather than risk the safety of all three of us, what we've decided to do is take a shortcut down and spend the night at Blea Water rather than risking going all the way up over the top and then camping at small water. It's not worth risking our safety. It's not worth risking the chance of having to call the mountain rescue out. And for anybody watching, you know, that might be learning, you've got to do the right thing. You've got to make changes as your conditions and your health and that changes en route. So it's just not worth us getting all the way up to the top of High Street and, for example, my leg going or Daz just collapsing because he's knackered. So yeah, we're going to drop down to Blea Water and get set up for the night. So I'll bring you back when we get to Blea Water. So yeah, we're just about on top of Blea Water now. So I would say within another 15 minutes we'll be set up camp. We've got some low-lying cloud coming over the top of small water there, but the the wind suddenly got up. But the question is, the reason I've stopped you here is, does anybody know what that is? Because I've always known that to be cuckoo spit. Now, Daz and Andy, both Cumbrian born and bred lads, have never heard of cuckoo spit. So in the comments below, if you know if that's called cuckoo spit, or if you know it by a different name, or if you think I'm crackers, or if you think Daz and Andy are crackers, because I've always known it as cuckoo spit.
We're definitely cream crackers.
Right, ladies and gents, so that was where we've cut down. We've cut down there. Once again, I think we've made the right decision, but we should have been able to walk up over that, up that ridge line there, and then up to the top of High Street to see the Roman wall that's up there, and then we'd have walked all the way around, come down between two humps and camped at small water. But you know, we've made the right decision and we are now here at Blea Water. So Andy's just getting himself some water to filter, and the water is clear, and I mean clear, and just trickling out of the top. The river is low, like proper low, and just dwindling away down the valley. So this is what we've got for tonight. Again, the same as Scales Tarn, although this isn't a tarn, but we're going to be camping down here in the bowl, and it just feels like you're getting a hug off the mountains. Absolutely fantastic. What time is it, Daz?
Got to be beer o'clock.
Got to be beer o'clock, so yeah, we'll bring you back shortly when we've got the tents up. Right guys, that's me set up in my tent, and as you can see, I'm in the Gear Top Navigator 2 Plus tonight, which is my 4 Seasons tent. We weren't quite sure what the weather was going to be doing, so with the chance of heavy rain while setting up, I thought I'd bring this, as it's either an all set up in one or an outer set up first. So as we were setting up, it's been drizzling, so I probably could have got away with the Fox, to be honest. Andy's in his Fox 2 version 2, so if the rain subsides, we'll maybe get a chance to have a look at that later and see what the differences are between the version 1 and the version 2. Daz is in his Torridon, his Van Gogh Torridon, which is a nice looking tent, to be honest. So yeah, this tent always makes the colours go funny on the screen. It makes my face look pink. I don't know what the crack is there, but anyways, we're all set up, we're in the dry. So yeah, just kind of waiting for this weather to cheer itself up. It's just a bit drizzly. It's very warm and muggy. I've just started to stop sweating now after setting my tent up. For tea tonight, I've got the fire pot spicy pork noodles, which sounds tasty, and I've got my chocolate pudding for later, and I've got some breakfast for morning should I need it. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think we did the right thing by changing our mind halfway through and changing the plans and taking a cut down to the tarn to avoid going all the way around? I sure think we did, to be honest. There was no point pushing Daz to a level of exhaustion where he was gonna fail. Yeah, please let us know in the comments. Did we do the right thing? Like I say, for sure, I think we definitely did. So, but it would be very interesting to get you guys' opinions on that. Right, guys. So as you can see, we are now safely at camp. Everyone's got the tents pitched and sleeping bags up, sleeping mats down, chairs are up, beers are going, and we're just thinking about having some food. So yeah, like I said, Andy's in his Fox 2 V2. So just a couple of the differences that I can notice from the outside. The pegs that you get with it compared to the version 1 are a lot more substantial. The guy lines have got a rather nifty circular adjustment on it. As you can see, if I look across it, extremely waterproof. I think it's still 5,000 hydrostatic head, Andy.
So, yeah.
But you can see the pattern in the outer fly sheet is ever so slightly different. Still got the same vestibules.
Hey.
Vestibules!
Trademark.
Trademark. Either side is still the same size and everything. You've got the same ventilation at the back and the front. Exactly the same. Cracking wee tent. Can you just open that up, Andy?
Will do, yeah.
I think the inner mesh is slightly different. So the inner mesh on mine is completely see-through.
This is you can't see through the door.
But the inner mesh you now can't see through the doors, which is a bit of a shame because I quite like to open up the outer if it's a nice night and the flies are out and look out. But that being said, there is still ventilation at the back there, and also
The back and the sides.
the inner bottom isn't that really. The one on mine looks like a builder's tarp, if you like, but this is a lot more tent-like, if you like. So yeah, all in all, still an absolutely cracking tent for the money. I think at the moment the 70 quid in go outdoors, but you got yours for 60 quid
60 quid
delivered. Absolutely cannot go wrong with a Fox 2, even and the version 2 as well. Absolutely fantastic wee tent, exceptional value for money. So yeah, Daz is in the Vango Torridon, which is a pretty nifty looking tent. It's an outer skeleton tent, so you just clip onto it. It's got 2 vestibules.
2 vestibules, side entrances.
Side entrances.
It's a 2-man tent.
2-man tent. Looks like there's plenty of room in there.
It's a palace. It's a shade under 3 kilos to carry all. That's on the downside.
Same as mine. Mine's 2.8 for this 4-season tent of mine. So it does go quite close to the ground. So is it a 3-season or?
I think it is classed as a 4-season.
4-season tent. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, as long as the skirt goes right down to the ground level, and then.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's plenty of ventilation there.
Yeah, flat on the opposite side.
And although Daz hasn't got his extra guy lines out,
Solid.
it's still solid and obviously freestanding. You can set it up outer first and then pitch the inner, or you can have it ready to set up all in one, which Daz did tonight. Unlike me, because last time I had this baby out, she was soaked to the skin, so I had to set this up outer first and then pitch the inner, which took me a little bit longer. So yeah, that's our setups for the night. And what we'll do is we'll just have a wee wander over here. Unfortunately, some apps has had a fire. Fucking hills. Now, you all know me, I don't mind a fire. In the right place, at the right time. Hey boys?
Like your permission.
Like my permission, where I'm allowed to have one. Not in the middle of the Lake District. You would. So yeah, this is the views we've got tonight. Now the rain has stopped. And Blea Water is like an absolute mill pond. Here boys, come and check this out. Yeah, Blea Water is like an absolute mill pond tonight. Beautiful, man. And look at the green on the cliff face all the way down. As the light's going, it's looking more and more green. Beautiful, man. Right guys, so we are starting to lose the light just a wee bit. The Blea Water is like an absolute mill pond at the moment, and the reflections are absolutely stunning. But yeah, we've just got the food on the go, but I've been on the Brewdog Nitro Jet Black Heart, which is a vanilla oatmeal milk stout. Dive into the dark abyss. To be fair, it's not as good as the layer cake. So, yeah, as discussed before, I am on the Fire Pot Spicy Pork Noodles, which is a 510 kilocalorie pack, and it says on the back of it, tasty pork and tender broccoli in a spicy Thai inspired sauce served with rice noodles. So Daz is on the summit to eat. Was it beef stew and tatties, lad?
Beef stew and tatties.
Beef stew and tatties. And
229 calories.
how many?
229.
229. And Andy's putting us all to shame. He's carted up. What you carted up, Andy?
4 fat burgers.
4 fat burgers with salad,
With
cheese,
salad,
buns,
cheese,
a lot.
Buns, tomato
But
sauce.
we're not jealous, are we, Daz?
Not one bit.
Not one bit. No.
I'm not jealous of your dry feet.
Oh, have I mentioned I've got dry feet?
Relentlessly.
Leather boots, people. Leather boots. Oh. So I'm looking in there. It's filled out nicely. I can see the noodles. It's not tender broccoli. The broccoli is about that big. But as usual with these, they have filled out quite nicely. It's going to be warm. It's going to be calories in. I can't see much meat, so let's see what the Fire Pot Spicy Pork Noodles taste like.
Any good?
Do you know what? I'm not getting much flavour out of that at all.
No.
There's spice in it.
Mhm.
It's tangy. I can feel a small amount of heat building up. But as for flavour, not much yet. But that was first spoonful.
Dig deeper.
Dig deep. No, getting more flavour coming through now. To be fair, this is one of the better dehydrated meals that I've had for actually rehydrating. A lot of them you find the meat and everything's still a bit like tough and that.
Yeah.
But this is fully rehydrated. You know what? She's all right. So, Fire Pot Spicy Pork Noodles. I'm going to say 6.5 out of 10.
So, not the worst. It could be better.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. 6.5 out of 10. Well, as you can see, Blea Water is still like a mill pond, and the reflections of the green screes are just stunning. Had a little bit of rain, so the Lyle River coming out of it is flowing a bit faster now. Definitely more audible, that's for sure. Looking into the distance, you can see some lovely low-lying cloud just coming past the cliff face there. And there's not a breath of wind. Not a breath of wind in the air, like absolutely still as you like. So yeah, we're having a good camp. Andy definitely isn't making me and Daz jealous with his proper burgers. So yeah, we're having a good camp. We're on the beers. What's up next for me? No surprise what it will be, because 'tis Brewdog layer cake. Get in my belly. So yeah, we are starting to lose the light a little bit. Little bit of a low-lying cloud starting to come in over the higher fells in yonder there. I just spin you around. We've got a little bit of sunshine. Oh, yeah, a bit of sunshine, but it's getting on now. So what time is it, lads? It must be knocking on for 10 o'clock, is it?
Yes, so.
Quarter past nine. So yeah, we're all set up. So yeah, we're just about done for the night. I've got one more beer left, triple hazy. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm going to head away and have my triple hazy, and unless anything exciting happens tonight, in which case I'll bring you back, I shall bring you back in the morning. So we'll see you then. Right guys, that's us back in our tents. As you can probably hear, the rain is coming down now. So it is most definitely time to get our heads down for the night. And the wind's picking up as well, which is quite good because it's been really muggy, so it's going to cool things down a bit. So I will most definitely see you in the morning. Good morning everyone. Yeah, slept like a bear last night. I was up about 2:30 for bathroom break, but yeah, we about 4:15 in the morning now, so it's been a bit windy, and Daz has just shouted up there's a bit of clag about, so yeah, when I get up, get the coffees on and get the breakfast on and that, wakened up, and then we can get torn down and get ourselves away home. So yeah, just about to get the coffees on and the breakfast, but yeah, the view out the tent this morning, we've got a bit of clag rolling in. Look at that. Still bonny like, but yeah, could be a bit difficult seeing, getting down, so alright, time to get the coffees on and get cleaned up. Well, I'm finally at the tent after quite a massive bout of thigh cramp, back of my thigh. It was quite painful. So breakfast on with rehydrating at the minute, got the expedition breakfast, and we're on the cappuccinos this morning. Oh, so yeah, now I'm up and about. I'll spin you around and show you what views we've got this morning. This is not much. It's a bit claggy. Yeah, we're all up now. Andy's just getting these coffees on. Got my tent door open. That navigator is always quite bad for condensation inside, so just going to let it dry out a wee bit. And as you can see, we've still got the clag rolling in. Quite low level that. which is quite impressive really. Yeah, we'll spin you around and you can see just over the top of High Street there, absolutely solid in clag. So yeah, Blea Water, not so much like a mill pond anymore. We have had some more rain overnight, so once again the Lyle River is running a wee bit quicker. So yeah, we look at these clouds and I think it's time to get some breakfast. Right, so as you can see, the clag is still rolling in. We're all packed up. We just spin you around. You see it is very misty and claggy on top of High Street still. Still beautiful in its own way though. Like I say, the water there was like a mirror last night, but not so much now. We have got a little bit of wind, so yeah, that's where my tent was last night. And if I pick my rucksack up, you know, you can see it there. You can see I've got all my rubbish tied to the back of my rucksack there, so I've definitely left no trace. That's where Daz was. Again, he's all packed up, his rubbish is inside his pack. And that's where Andy was. You can see where his tent was there, and again all his rubbish is packed up inside his pack. So we've all definitely left no trace. And Andy's also picked up some rubbish that's come out of the fire pit over there. Some melted Mars bar packets, was it?
Mars bar wrapper.
So yeah, we've picked that up, or Andy's picked it up I should say. So yeah, just a shame that we've got that scar on the landscape there, unfortunately, but there we go, you can't win them all. Right, so that's us ready to get ourselves away home. So once again, thank you very much for clicking on today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. And like I say, do let us know in the comments whether you think we did the right thing by cutting the trip short and cutting down to the tarn. Be interesting to hear your opinions on it. So until next time, stay safe, much love from a Cumbrian lad.